sushi, and anime, a society that goes to great pains to be polite, civilized, clean, and deferent to customs. Walking around almost any city, you won't find trash on the ground. You won't need to fear being harassed or beaten for the way you look, or for the few dollars in your pocket. Japan is, on the whole, smart, convenient, and safe. But then it also has some of the most feared and formidable gangsters on the planet. Who are they? What do they do? The Yakuza, also known as Boryokudan or violent groups, and who also call themselves Nikkei chivalrous organizations, are a Japanese group of organized crime, being one of the biggest and most well-known mafias in the world. They see themselves as coming from Robin Hood-like characters who helped the poor and defended their villages from robbing bandits. Some even claim they originated from Ronin, honorable samurai warriors who found themselves without a master. Nowadays, even though membership is varied, most Yakuza come from impoverished or secluded backgrounds, such as small villages, poor neighborhoods, or foreign backgrounds, such as Koreans.
Once accepted into a group, a member is expected to regard his group as more important than his family. Furthermore, they should see the group as their new family. Each individual's identity is regarded as less important than the group as a whole, which actually suits most people's reason for joining, as they are beyond themselves, not really feeling accepted by society. It is worth mentioning that women are not commonly accepted within the Yakuza members. And the only exceptions are the Oyabu's wives, whose husbands have died. These cases are rarely seen. So there have been some cases in which women are temporary heads of the Yakuza members, but this is due to the husband death or some specific cases. However, men are always in the head and they are the heads of the taking groups most of the time.
The Yakuza carry out a wide variety of activities in Japan, such as many groups have structures in big companies that hold legal activities. The power they hold in big corporations is often unofficial, since they are illegal groups, and their actions are usually conducted by third parties. The Yakuza are also heavily involved in real estate. Their actions often include harassment of smallholders of real estate into selling their assets, thus allowing bigger projects to be carried out, generating bigger profits.
When it comes to purely illegal activities, drugs, pornography, human trafficking and gambling are among the most recurrent. However, there is division among the Yakuza groups. For example, the Yamaguchi-gumi, one of the biggest Yakuza groups, forbids its members for taking part in drug trafficking, while the Dohinkei, another big group, are heavily involved in it. Nevertheless, the Yakuza are not solely involved in illegal activities. Many groups have provided quick disaster relief services during earthquakes. In fact, their response times were sometimes faster than those of the Japanese government. Also, many groups act as a police forces in the areas they control, so they mitigate criminal activity, even if only to weaken their competitors. They mostly don't attack normal people, let's say ordinary people. They are in some way care about people. The general view of gang members is one that pictures them as criminals. These relegations from everyday society can be seen as othering, while at the same time as otherness, from the perspective of the Yakuza. Outside Japan, the Yakuza are seen as violent gang members who are not to be trusted, and they are even to be feared. This prejudice is exacerbated by their portrayal in movies and video games.
The Yakuza are well known around the world for their whole body tattoos. They not only represent membership of a gang, but also previous experiences in life. For example, the koi fish represents previous hardships that have been endured, because the koi fish usually swims against the current. Another example are dragons, because they are seen as good creatures in Japanese culture. They represent wisdom, strength, and bravery. One last example is the phoenix, which represents redemption, so that people have changed their previous ways. However, this tradition, known as irezumi, is being lost nowadays. Gang members are refraining from tattooing their bodies in order to more easily blend with society. In fact, even those gang members who have their whole bodies tattooed usually hide the tattoos, not only to blend in well, but because tattoos are considered a private thing for every individual.
Becoming a Yakuza member encompasses many aspects and can vary from one specific case to another. Whatever reason a person may have to join a group, they certainly become part of a new family, with different customs and habits that give each member an identity, a possibility to belong to a social group. Despite all the prejudice, the activities they do, and whether they are useful or not, Yakuzas give each member an identity to recognize them as part of a new group, giving them a kind of social acceptance that could be one of the main reasons why people decide to join such groups.
Yakuza, Yakuza, sa sa sa, Yakuza, Yakuza, sa sa sa, Yakuza, Yakuza, sa sa sa, Yakuza, Yakuza.
Tú me aplaudes,
Sa sa,
que tú me aplaudes,
sa sa sa,
tú me aplaudes,
sa sa,
que tú me aplaudes.
sa sa sa, sa sa sa, Yakuza, Yakuza, sa sa sa, Yakuza, Yakuza, sa sa sa, Yakuza, Yakuza, sa sa sa, Yakuza, Yakuza.
Tú me aplaudes,
Sa sa,
que tú me aplaudes,
sa sa sa,
tú me aplaudes,
sa sa.
que tú me aplaudes.
Sa, sa, sa. Mesa que más aplauda, sí. Mesa que más aplauda, no. Mesa que más aplauda, le mando, le mando, le mando a la niña. Mesa que más aplauda, sí. Mesa que más aplauda, no. Mesa que más aplauda, le mando, le mando, le mando a la niña. Sa, 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 Yakuza, Yakuza. Sa, 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 Yakuza, Yakuza.